Good evening and welcome into Lone Peak High School for Lone Peak Basketball on the Rewind Sports Network, presented by Jace. We've got a battle of two powerhouses in 6A and state contenders. We've got the Lone Peak Knights hosting the Westlake Thunder. Good evening, Trevor Allen here with you. We'll go ahead and go through the starting lineups. First, for the Westlake Thunder, under Coach Charlotte McFarland, who has really done a great job with this program, bringing them to where they're at now. She's in her third season, 36-16 record, and they will go this way. A senior number 10, Mia Foster. A senior number 21, Ella Seymour. A senior number 22, Kira Hester. A junior number 23, Avery Thompson. And a junior number 32, Isley Salovau. And for the Lone Peak Knights, head coach Nancy Warner, who's in her 12th season with the Knights. We'll have number 0, Huni Folau, a sophomore number 1, Charlie Warner, number 10, senior Tati Harness, number 21, Lave Holcraft, a senior, and number 34, the BYU commit, Kennedy Woolston, number 34, and Westlake controls the tip. And it's controlled by Folau. And a quick foul picked up 90 feet away by number 32, Isley Salovau. Isley Salovau. Here's Harness. They'll go left to right here, as we're brought to you, as Lone Peak Girls Basketball is brought to you by Jace. The right meds the moment you need them. Here's Harness, looking for Woolston, got her on the cut, deflected. Now out to Warner. Charlie, shot clock down to 10. Now here's Folau, coming off of a screen, she turns it down. Warner in the corner for 3, no good. And rebound by Westlake. And that is that is Kira Hester. Controlling in the front court is Avery Thompson. Now over to Ella Seymour. Seymour, handoff to Thompson. Spins into the paint, steps back, fires, in and out. Rebound by Lone Peak. The Knights coming off of a win over Cedar Valley. And they're 1-1 after dropping their season opener to Bountiful in the Battle of the Champions. Lone Peak going for their 5th straight state title this season. As there's a traveling call on Folau, it'll be Westlake possession. Meanwhile, the Thunder have a lot of youth on this team. You look up and down the roster, and right now, according to Deseret News, they're the number 1 team in the entire state of Utah in girls basketball. Filled with young talent, as is the Lone Peak Knights. And firing for 3, good. That's Avery Thompson, rattles the net and puts the Thunder on the board. As Folau runs the offense to Harness. Now there's Warner on the left angle. Woolston gets into the paint, kicks out to Folau, floater up, no good. Rebound by Westlake. Kira Hester on the board. Now here's Thompson, the junior. She'll spin, great move into the paint, just short though. And Charlie Warner will collect. Now here's Folau. Woolston, left-handed dribble into the paint, lays it up off the glass, too strong. And a good offensive rebound there by Holcraft. And we have a foul on the ground. And that's already the second foul on Salovau. So she'll have to come out. Coming in is number 20, Katie Cannon, the sophomore. And for Westlake, coming off of 2 big wins to 2-0 as Kennedy Woolston is in the paint. Kick out. Harness for 3, got it. Tati Harness from downtown. And we're all leveled up at 3, but Westlake coming in with wins over Timpview by 23, and then another 23-point win over Snow Canyon, the two-time runner-up in 4A. As going off the window is Thompson. So she's got all 5 points here for the Thunder early, as we're just below 5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. We'll have a doubleheader here as the boys will take the floor at 7 o'clock against the Springville Red Devils. So 2 great matchups all in one gym. And we'll have them both for you here on KSLSports.com as Lone Peak turns the ball over and Westlake will have possession. Last season in Region 3, the Thunder tied for first, getting a share of the region title. Then they move over to Region 2 now, and they are picked to win that region in the preseason coaches poll. Kick out, and yep, stutter step right there by Kira Hester. Coming in is Maddie Pope, the sophomore for Lone Peak. And Folau will take a rest. Still early on here in the season. Both of these teams have great non-region schedules, followed by a loaded region schedule, honestly. And ball poked away. It'll stay with the Knights over here on the near side. Now here's Woolston. Back cut is Tati Harness off the glass, no good. And Woolston, she'll fire a deep 3. Too strong, rebound by Harness. 2 extra possessions here for Lone Peak. Harness, hands off to Warner. Charlie going off of a screen by Holcraft. Poked away and stolen. And here's Westlake. Hester. And that one is poked away and stolen. Now here's Maddie Pope. We'll go to Holcraft. Lave. Now to Harness. And now they'll set it up. 3:20 to go here in the first quarter. And great defense there, clogging the paint by Westlake. And here's Thompson. She'll go up with the left hand, and she's fouled. That'll go on Kennedy Woolston. And Avery Thompson off to a good start with 5 points early for Westlake. Now, last season, she averaged 10.1 points per game, along with 3.9 rebounds and 2.3 assists. Shot 44% from the field, 31% from downtown with 19 threes and 55% at the foul line. And she gets the first free throw to go. And in their win over Snow Canyon, as she hits the second one, Thompson had 15 points and 6 assists. So a good start for her. And she's already halfway to the double digit, and actually over half. Checking in for Lone Peak and has the ball right now. That's Peyton Warner, the freshman. A lot of Warners on the team. And Coach Nancy Warner wants a timeout. It's a full timeout. We'll take it with them. Back after this here on the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com.
Bucket list hikes, local races, challenging adventures, that one goal that means so much to you. Salt Lake Running Company has the gear and expert advice you need to start and finish strong. You'll be crushing that goal before you know it. With our trained and knowledgeable staff, an award-winning custom shoe fit process, and the head-to-toe products you need, SLRC will gear you up for your goal. Shop in-store at any of our locations along the Wasatch Front or shop online at slrc.com.
Welcome back to Lone Peak High School, as the Knights trail the Westlake Thunder 7-3. Now, I'll just say this. It was brought to to my attention during the timeout that if Lone Peak scores a three-pointer here, that a certain score will be up there that we don't want. It's a trend that means absolutely nothing. And if it happens, I will not point it out. I'll just keep it there. As Fallout triggers the inbound. And now 7 seconds on the shot clock. Got to go. Great defense there by Thompson, pokes it away. 3 seconds, 2, 1, and that'll be a shot clock violation. Great defense there by Avery Thompson and the Westlake Thunder. And corner three, no good there by Mia Foster. Woolston on the rebound. She'll go into the paint, lay it up, good. Kennedy Woolston, her first bucket of the game. Thompson goes down on the block, but it's taken away, overthrown there. Trying to get Kira Hester on the block. Woolston, step back, fire for three. No good. And here comes Westlake. And just short is Ella Seymour. Tries to go to Maddie Pope in transition, and just a little too much on that one. As Tati Harness will come in for Charlie Warner. And also checking in is number 11 for Westlake. That's McCoy Larson, a sophomore. Both of these teams are filled with young players. Like you look at Lone Peak, they have Olivia Fotu, Tati Harness, Lave Holcraft, and Kennedy Woolston are all seniors. The rest are sophomores and freshmen, and only one junior on this roster. Going up, no good. So for them to win a state title last year, if they could do it again this year, they might be winning it for a few years now. Because a lot of these girls on the floor right now for Lone Peak have that championship experience. And tries to go out. It's deflected. It'll stay with Lone Peak down on the baseline. And Peyton Warner loses control of the ball, and it'll go out of bounds. And Charlie Warner will come back in. Folau will head to the bench. Larson will hand off. Tries to go back door. And she just couldn't get around the screen just in time for that to be executed. It was a good thought, though, and a good play setup as they try to get Hester on the back cut. 45 seconds to go here in the quarter. Woolston. Deflected. Now 20 seconds on the shot clock. There's about a 15-second differential. Three-pointer up, no good by Charlie Warner. Offensive rebound and up as Peyton Warner will go to the foul line.
What's up, manager?
Now Warner, her first trip to the line, gets that one. And we got there, didn't we? I'm not even going to point it out. Not going to do it. You all can see the score. I'm not going to say it. Sorry, folks. I mean, the scoreboard in here, obviously on your guys' screen it's different, but as now we're tied at 7. Thank goodness. for three. Too strong there. And it goes out of bounds. With 10.2 left on the game clock. Deflected. Tati Harness has it with 5 seconds. And it'll go up, no good, and they'll dribble it out. Through 12 minutes of play, we're all knotted up at 7. We'll be back with second quarter action after this here on KSLSports.com. Welcome back to Lone Peak High School. All knotted up at 7 through 8 minutes of play. Trevor Allen here with you. For Westlake, Avery Thompson scored all 7 points. And for Lone Peak, a triple from Tati Harness, a bucket by Kennedy Woolston, and 2 free throws from Peyton Warner. As Lone Peak will have the ball. Here's Harness. Hand off to Woolston. Back to Woolston, now over to Warner. On the left angle to Harness. Woolston goes into the high post to Lave Holcraft. Harness goes into the paint, floats it up with the left hand. Too strong, but Holcraft on the offensive board. Harness to Warner, she'll fire for 3. In and out. Couldn't quite get that one to drop. Now here's Westlake. Addison Ramirez, who checked into the ball game, she's got it on the right angle. Tries to go to Larson, and it's taken away. Folau to Woolston. Dumps down to Warner. Kick out. Now they'll set it back up with 25 on the shot clock. Woolston, once again. Warner, she'll fire again for 3. This time too short. And corralled by Ella Seymour. Now here's Larson. To Foster. Back to Larson. Now to Seymour with 9 on the shot clock. Foster, she'll fire for 3. No good. And here comes Woolston. In the corner to Harness. Gets into the paint. Now doesn't know what to do with it. Now she gets it out. Folau. Up, no good. Rebound by Ramirez. Here's Larson now. And now we'll go out of bounds. It'll be Lone Peak. And Coach McFarland wants a timeout, a 30-second timeout. We'll take it with them. We'll get the subs when we come back here on the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com. Welcome back. 6 minutes exactly to go here in the first half. As Coach McFarland was just laying into her team in that timeout, getting them to go on offense. Plenty of opportunities to score, just haven't been able to get the ball to drop or take care of the basketball. And I think the same could be said for Lone Peak. Good shot selection all around, just can't get the ball to drop. As the famous Jim Boylan said, ball didn't go in the hoop. As Lave Holcraft is called for a moving screen. So turnover on Lone Peak. Last season, Westlake swept the Knights in region play as they were region foes, and now some miscommunication there as Thompson throws it away. But yeah, the Knights were swept by the Thunder last year as Westlake took both games. Now they're in different regions, so only one matchup. Now here's Maddie Pope to Peyton Warner. Comes around a screen, goes into the paint, lays it up with the left hand, and good. Peyton Warner, her first field goal of the game. She's got 4. The freshman. How about that? And tried to go back cut. Out of bounds. I gotta say, for the Knights, they're doing really good on protecting the back cuts. Getting a hand in the lane on both ways, and then recognizing when they do go for that back cut and to stick with it. Solid job defensively here by Lone Peak. Westlake's done a solid job defensively too. I mean, holding Lone Peak to 9 points. This is a team last year in Lone Peak who averaged 52.4 points per game, which was good for 4th in 6A. Or excuse me, 5th. Here's Salval, who is back in, but she's got 2 fouls. Got to be careful here. There's Thompson. And a foul on Peyton Warner. And that's Peyton's first. And that's the second team foul on Lone Peak. Here's Seymour. She'll hold it with 30 seconds on the shot clock, telling Salval to come and set a screen. She gets the ball in, bounces it off of Woolston, but not hard enough, and Woolston takes it. Drives in, good spin move up off the glass, no good. Good move there by Kennedy. And now it's battled for, and Holcraft will gain possession. Warner loses it, and it's taken. Larson up the floor, regain possession. Now to Salval. Thompson now taking their time getting into their set. Salval on the elbow. She'll turn, spin, go up with the left hand, scoop, layup, and good. Isley Salval, their first bucket of the game. And someone other than Avery Thompson, who scored for Westlake. And we're all knotted up at 9 with 3:15 to go here in the half. Holcraft to Pope in the corner for 3. Got it. Maddie Pope from downtown. The second triple for Lone Peak here in the half. And the Knights are back in front by 3. Seymour. Salval. Goes into the high post. To Cannon and loses it. Woolston thought about it. There's Warner. She'll spin, go with the left hand, and good. The freshman taking over. She's got 2 buckets here in the quarter. In their win over Cedar Valley, she only had 3 points. She only took 1 shot, and it was a 3-pointer. She was 3 of 4 at the foul line. And now she's already up to, unofficially, 6 points. And a foul down in the paint, and it'll go on Kennedy Woolston. That's her second personal, and the 3rd team foul. And also checking in is Jamie King, a sophomore. So 5 sophomores and 2 freshmen also on this team, and one of them is the leading scorer for Lone Peak. Thompson didn't have anything there. Could have looked in the post. Wasn't sure if she saw that in time. Goes in. No good by Hester. Salval bounces it off of Folau, and it'll be Westlake basketball. $150 to go here. Now as the officials square away the clock. Foster for three, got it! Mia Foster from downtown. And a timeout by Coach Warner, and she's sending in Charlie Warner. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. Mia Foster, in their last game against Snow Canyon, had 4 points. Leading the way was Avery Thompson with 15, Kira Hester with 14 in that game, and Katie Cannon had 9. Now in the Cedar Valley game for Lone Peak, Maddie Pope leading the way with 13 points off the bench. And then Holcraft had a double-double with 10 points and 10 rebounds. And I'm sure she's up there with at least 5 or 6 rebounds tonight, and a good chunk of them on the offensive end. Good little chess match here from two great coaches. One who's in her 3rd season with Westlake and Coach McFarland, and Coach Warner at Lone Peak has this program off of winning their 4th straight state championship, and they're going for their 5th this year. She's in her 12th season. As Pope fires it up, no good. Thompson on the rebound. And she'll push it up the floor. Seymour goes into the paint. Up, off the glass, no good. Tati Harness, great defense there. As now she'll control. Finds Warner opposite wing, no good. And Holcraft there for the rebound. Warner will go into the paint, blocked by Thompson. Great defense there. Now Avery, she'll stop and fire deep 2, no good. Salvow on the offensive board. Seymour to Hester, inside, no good. Hester can't buy a bucket right now. Now up to Seymour, left-handed layup, good. After 3 tries, they get it to go. And we're all tied up at 14. Seymour with her first bucket of the game. Again, unofficially. Warner goes into the paint, nice pump fake, she'll go up and she's fouled. That one will be on Thompson. And that's the first personal on Thompson. Now Warner, last season, as she misses the first free throw, averaged 5.3 points, 2.1 rebounds, shot 31% from the field, only had 25 free throw attempts. She made 17 of them last season. And she had 6 points on 3 of 8 shooting, 0 for 4 from downtown against Cedar Valley. Can't get that one to go either. And it'll go to Westlake. As they say, it was off Olave Holcraft. 28 seconds left, shot clock turned off. And it's deflected. And it'll stay with Westlake with 16.3 to go on the clock. And a full timeout taken here by Westlake. We'll go ahead and take it with them. Back with the final 16.3 of the half after this. Trevor Allen here with you. As right now it's pretty even throughout. I think the biggest lead that Lone Peak has had is 5. And it was 7-7 at the end of the first quarter. And it might be 14-14 at the end of this quarter. We'll see what Westlake can do here coming out of the timeout. Hester loses it. She'll get it back. Now here's Seymour. 10 on the clock. Finds Salvow on the back cut and lays it up and in. Holcraft couldn't find her. And now they have the lead, and Holcraft will go up. That one won't count, although it almost went in. And that'll end the half. High school basketball coverage on the Rewind Sports Network, brought to you by Tap Bank, home of the Tap Spend Rewards checking account with 3.5 annual percentage yield on your account balance and 1% cash back on eligible purchases. But great rewards are just the beginning. Convenient online and mobile banking with no hidden or complex qualification requirements, no minimum opening balance, and no account fees. It's a big deal. Member FDIC. At the half, Westlake with a 16-14 lead. We will be back after halftime. You're watching Lone Peak Basketball on the Rewind Sports Network. Westlake Thunder with a 16-14 lead as we're about to get started here in the second half. Trevor Allen here with you. Josh Dodge on the camera. Glad to have you along here. Game one of our doubleheader here at Lone Peak. The boys will take the floor after this, and they'll take on the Springville Red Devils. Go over some scoring from the first half. First for Lone Peak, 6 points for Peyton Warner, and then a three-pointer from Tati Harness and Maddie Pope, and then a bucket from Kennedy Woolston. For Westlake, 7 points for Avery Thompson. She scored the first 7 points, all in the first quarter. And then in the second quarter, it was Mia Foster with a 3, Isley Salval with 4 points, and a bucket from Ella Seymour. Westlake will get the ball. They'll go left to right as you watch it here on KSLSports.com as they're in the baby blue unis. And Seymour will control possession. Poked away by Harness. Thompson goes into the paint. Goes back door to Foster. Couldn't quite get there. Good defense by Woolston. Now we have a foul. 90 feet away from the bucket. That's on Seymour, her first personal. Harness, Woolston goes in to Warner, off the glass, no good, or off the rim, excuse me. Folau in the corner for 3, can't get that one to go. It's battle for it, and he'll stay with Lone Peak on the base. To trigger is Folau. To Woolston in the paint, guarded by Salval. Goes around, reverse layup, good. Kennedy Woolston. Good patient move there by Kennedy, the BYU commit. And we're all knotted up at 16 with 7 minutes to go here in the third. Seymour looking for Salval, now finds Hester on the back cut, lays it up, no good. She gets her own rebound, and it's poked away. Kennedy Woolston, now she's fouled. And that's on Hester. Lone Peak with the basketball. Look, this portion of Lone Peak girls basketball is brought to you by Jace, the right meds, the moment you need them. I'd like to thank them for their support of Lone Peak girls basketball here on the Rewind Sports Network. Warner in the corner for 3, got it! Charlie Warner! Her first bucket of the game, and it's from deep. And now Lone Peak with a 3-point lead. For 3, off the glass by Hester. Here's Folau. Woolston, she'll fire for 3. Got it! Kennedy Woolston from downtown. And that's back-to-back triples for the Knights. And Lone Peak with their biggest lead of the game at 6. And bucket there by Seymour. That's her second bucket. 4 points for Ella. Warner deflected off her leg, the official says, and now it'll go to Westlake. Coming in, a pair of number 20s for Westlake. That's Katie Cannon, the sophomore, and another sophomore for Lone Peak, Maddie Pope. And it looks like we've got a foul down in the paint. On 0-0, that's Huni Folau. Her first personal. First team foul on Lone Peak. 2 team fouls for Westlake. Foster. No good. And Woolston controls. She'll go into the paint. Left-handed layup. Good. Kennedy Woolston forcing her way into the paint. And she's having a big quarter right now. 7 points. Folau to Warner with the run-out layup. Good. And Coach McFarland wants a timeout. It's a full. And now it's an 8-point lead. We'll take it with them. Lone Peak on a run. We'll see how Westlake answers after this here on the Rewind Sports Network. I believe it's a 12-0 run, at least a 10-0 run for Lone Peak. Coming out of the timeout, led by Kennedy Woolston and Charlie Warner. They have all of their points, all 12 points here in the quarter for the Knights. Five points for Warner and 7 for Woolston. Now Salval, they're looking for her in the paint. Going up, no good there by Cannon. And it'll go out of bounds. It'll be Lone Peak basketball. As you can probably tell where I'm seated, I'm next to the Westlake faithful. Warner on the left wing. Holcraft with the screen. Back to Woolston. She'll fire for 3. She's feeling it. Just short. And here comes Thompson. Goes into the paint, lays it up, fouled. And Peyton Warner picks up her second. And that'll send Thompson to the free throw line. Where last year, was 34 of 62 for 55% at the free throw line. She gets that one to go. Harness will come back in. Charlie Warner will head to the bench. Thompson hasn't scored it until just now. Last time she scored was in the first quarter when she scored all 7 of Westlake's points. Here's Harness. To Peyton Warner. Holcraft now to Maddie Pope. Finds Holcraft. Dumps it out to Warner for 3. Got it! Peyton Warner. Her first triple of the game. And Lone Peak has come out firing. 3 triples here in the third quarter for Lone Peak. And it's 29-20 now. It'll go out of bounds. It'll stay with Westlake. 20 seconds on the shot clock. It'll go out of bounds. It'll stay with Westlake. Inbound is Thompson again. Goes to Salval. Guarded by Holcraft. She'll go into the paint. Kick out for 3. Cannon caught it. Katie Cannon from downtown. And that's her first bucket of the game. And it'll go off of Westlake. It'll stay with Lone Peak, but the deficit now cut to 6. Now here comes Westlake. Salval. Now she'll get it to Cannon. She'll fire for 3 again, and in and out. Look good. Just couldn't drop. Pope in the corner. Got it! Maddie Pope from downtown. That is the second triple of the game for Pope, and the 4th of the quarter for Lone Peak. Thompson. She's fouled. That was a good call. Solid defense until the very end there by Tati Harness, but that will send Thompson to the free throw line.
Tati Harness, her first personal 13 foul.
Thompson with her 3rd trip to the foul line. So far has converted on all of her free throws. Got the first one.
Checking in for Westlake, number 21, Alan Seymour. In tonight's 0-0, Vinny Palau, number 1, Charlie Warner. They replaced Paige Warner and Robbie Holcraft.
Huni Folau and Charlie Warner back in. For Lone Peak as the second free throw drops for Thompson. And for Westlake, Seymour's back in along with Hester. Here's Folau with 1:54 to go here in the third. Folau into the paint, off the glass, rolls in and out. Rebound by Hester. Here comes Westlake trying to cut this deficit. Thompson to Cannon. Lays it up, good. Katie Cannon. Back-to-back buckets. And now Westlake within 5. Woolston, she'll fire. And it rolls in, shooter's touch. Kennedy Woolston. Her second triple of the quarter. She has 10 points just in the third quarter. She had 2 at halftime. Deep 2, no good there for Hester. Here's Woolston. She'll take her time, cross the timeline. Cuts into the paint, lay it up. That's too easy. Kennedy Woolston now with 12 in the quarter. She's feeling it. Into Seymour, up, no good, but she is fouled. Folau picks up her second, and that'll send Seymour to the free throw line. Or excuse me, Kara Hester. Hester, first opportunity to get points right here, and she's got it. She's on the board now. Robbie Holcraft will come in for Pope. For Lone Peak, 37.5 to go. So a 2.5 second differential between the shot clock and the game clock for Lone Peak. As Seymour connects, or excuse me, Hester connects on the free throw. Warner. Now here's Folau. As they get across, they try to trap. Now here's Harness. $18 seconds with 15 on the shot clock. Harness. Left-handed dribble into the lane. She'll throw it up, and they're going to say it's on the ground. And that'll be the third team foul, or excuse me, third team foul on Westlake. Woolston to inbound. Now here's Harness. Shot clock turned off. 7 seconds. Here's Woolston. Crossover dribble into the paint. Kick out to Folau for 3. Air ball. And Westlake will grab the rebound and the quarter. A big quarter for the Lone Peak Knights as they have an 8-point lead at the break. We'll take a timeout, be back with the final 8 minutes after this here on KSLSports.com. Final 8 minutes here. In this one, a big quarter for Lone Peak. Although Westlake scored 13 points, Lone Peak had 23 in that quarter, mainly led by Kennedy Woolston, who had 12 points in the third. Here's Warner. And a foul.
Foul on number 10, Mia Foster, for second personal, first team foul. Checking into the Knights, number 20, Maddie Pope.
Maddie Pope will come back in.
She replaces Mooney Bilal. Lone Peak to inbound.
Now here's Woolston. Drives into the paint, lays it up, too strong. Holcraft on the offensive board. Here's Charlie Warner now to Harness. Maddie Pope, dribble handoff to Woolston. To Warner, air ball. Rebounded by Hester. 3-on-3. Now everyone gets back. It's 5-on-5 now. Seymour guarded by Harness, and Harness will pick up the foul. That's her second personal. And the first team foul on Lone Peak. Thompson into the paint, lay it up, that's too easy, and it couldn't get that one to go. Salval gets the offensive board, now Woolston has it. Just a little too strong there by Thompson. Good effort there on the deflection, and now they're out and running. Salval against Woolston. She'll go up and she's fouled. And I believe that's 3 on Kennedy Woolston, and it is. Second team foul. With 6:37 to go, score still remains 37-29. Gets the first one. This is Salval's first trip to the free throw line in this game. She had a double-double, I believe, as that one rolls in. Oh, excuse me, she did not. She had 6.7 rebounds in their game against Snow Canyon on the 20th. Here's Pope. Now Harness. Over in the corner to Woolston. Open for three. Got it! Kennedy Woolston! Picked up of where she left off in the third quarter with another triple. That one's Mia Foster, no good. Woolston on the board, tries to go behind the back. Hester takes it over to Seymour and gets it to go. Seymour, great heads up play there. And a timeout by Coach Warner. It's a 30-second timeout, we'll keep it here. (40-33) is our score. Coming up next for these two teams. Next Tuesday, Westlake will host the Granger Lancers out of Region 4 in 5A. And then they'll go to Sky Ridge, or a 3-game road trip, at Skyridge, at Fremont, and at Lehigh. Now for Lone Peak, they will head to Mountain Ridge next Tuesday, and then they'll have a break before they play in a tournament against Lincoln from Texas and Faith Family from Texas. And of course, you'll be able to see the Mountain Ridge game here on the Rewind Sports Network. We're still seeing if we can do the other 2 tournament games, as we'll have most, if not all, Lone Peak girls basketball games here on KSLSports.com. Now here's Harness to Warner. They're going to chew the clock a little bit as we approach 5.5 to go here in this one. Warner. Woolston will spin, go into the paint, kick out. Holcraft to Harness with the shot clock expiring, no good. Woolston on the offensive board. Woolston now guarded by Salvow. She gets the switch, Harness into the paint. Left-handed layup, no good. Hester to Foster, now to Thompson. Left-handed layup, good. And Coach McFarland wants a timeout. They're going to change it to a full. We'll take it with them. 4:50 to go. Back after this. Welcome back to Lone Peak High School for Lone Peak girls basketball. Brought to you by Jace. The right meds the moment you need them. Trevor Allen here with you. Josh Dodge on the camera. As 4:50 to go here in this one. 5-point lead for Lone Peak. And Westlake will put on a full court press after the Avery Thompson bucket and timeout. Almost taken away by Thompson. Now here's Harness across the timeline. They're going to look to chew the clock a little bit. Here's Woolston. Good defense there by Salvow. Back into Woolston, take it away as 2 Westlake players collide. Maddie Pope, no good. And it's out of bounds. It'll be Westlake basketball. Peyton Warner will come in for Maddie Pope. One timeout left for Westlake, 2 for Lone Peak and Coach Warner. Salvow into the paint, scoop layup, no good. Couldn't quite get the offensive rebound with Seymour, and now here's Harness. She'll back it out. 4 minutes exactly to go here in this one. Now to Harness. Woolston, guarded by Foster, to Peyton Warner. Great pass by Kennedy Woolston to Peyton Warner. Now Thompson off the front of the rim, no good, and Seymour puts it up and can't get the and one, but she'll go to the line for 2. Ella Seymour, senior. 6 seniors on this varsity roster for Westlake. 4 juniors. 6 sophomores. And no freshmen. And she gets the first free throw to go. Ella Seymour. Makes it a 5-point game after converting both free throws. Harness now as they're in a 1-2-2 press. Trying to trap the corner, is able to get around Warner, but now they're saying a block on Ella Seymour. Might have been a hook. But either way, Lone Peak basketball near the score table. Now Woolston. Kennedy, guarded by Foster, goes into the paint, lays it up, short. And now Foster has possession. Now here's Kira Hester to Thompson, and she's fouled by Holcraft. Wrong place at the wrong time. And she'll pick up her second. To trigger is Avery Thompson. To Salval, now to Seymour. She'll look for Thompson on the other side. It's kind of thrown off by Holcraft being in the way there and throws it away. It'll be Lone Peak basketball. Katie Cannon will check in for Ella Seymour. There's Tati Harness. Peyton Warner. Now here's Charlie Warner. Harness, Woolston. It's 15 on the shot clock, 2:40 to go in this one. And a foul there by Kira Hester. And that will be the fourth team foul on Westlake. And that will reset the shot clock. Fresh 35 for Lone Peak. Warner. Guarded by Salval. Now here's Woolston. Hester. Ioner. Now she'll go up and defend. 17 on the shot clock again. Hester. Now here's Harness. 8 on the shot clock. Salval, great defense. Now Woolston meets Salval, and she commits the foul with 4 seconds on the shot clock. And that's the third personal on Salval. She'll come out of the game. Ella Seymour will check in. 2:09 to go. And a fresh shot clock. Oh, that is the fourth team foul. Now Warner on the baseline out of bounds play. Good. Hester to Cannon. Deep three for Foster. Short. And Holcraft with the rebound. Now to Harness. And now Peyton Warner gets fouled, and she'll go to the foul line as they hit the bonus. And Coach McFarland is going to call a timeout. And that's her last timeout. With 1:37 to go, they'll take the break with them. 1:37 to go. Back after this. Here in this one, Westlake out of timeouts. Coach Warner for Lone Peak has 2 timeouts. And Peyton Warner will shoot free throws. She gets the first one. Now 1 too strong. It's an 8-point game with 90 seconds to go. Seymour taken away. Warner with the run out. Lay it up with the left hand. Good. Peyton Warner. And that should just about do it. 10-point game with 1:19 to go. Here's Thompson. Got to go. And we got a jump ball. Possession arrow stays with Lone Peak, or with Westlake, excuse me. If you're Westlake, you got to go. Hester to Seymour, lays it up, no good. Had so many chances in the paint that they've missed. Tough. Salval guarded by Woolston, and she's fouled. Woolston with her 4th. with 55.2 to go. Salvao made both free throws last trip, did not hit that one. The good thing about that happening on the first free throw, you got a chance to bounce back on the second. And that one short, but offensive rebound by Hester. And she'll get 2 free throws. I think that's on Holcraft, and it is. That's her third. Both teams in the bonus. Gets that one to go. Kira Hester only has free throws to her name tonight. Hit 3 of them. And 4. An 8-point ball game. 50 seconds to go. The press is on, a 1-2-2 press. Tati Harness. Now here's Peyton Warner. Now back out to Harness, telling her to gotta go, get up. And now to Warner. Deflected, almost taken away by Ella Seymour. There's Woolston. 28 seconds, 10 on the shot clock. Holcraft, Harness. Woolston deflected again. Good defense there by Mia Foster. 4 seconds on the shot clock, 20 seconds on the game clock. 16-second differential. Into Woolston. Down to 1, lays it up and in at the final second. And now 10 seconds to go. Here's Thompson. Reverse layup, good, Avery Thompson. And they don't need to inbound. They will, but that'll do it. Final score, 49-41 in favor of the Lone Peak Knights. Our player of the game, got to go with Kennedy Woolston. She had 12 points just in the third quarter and ended up finishing with 19 points unofficially. And our player of the game brought to you by Tab Bank, home of the Tab Spend Rewards checking account with 3.5 annual percentage yield on your account balance and 1% cash back on eligible purchases. But great rewards are just the beginning. Convenient online and mobile banking with no hidden or complex qualification requirements, no minimum opening balance, and no account fees. It's a big deal. Member FDIC. Once again, 49-41 is your final score. Lone Peak improves to 2-1 on the season. They will head to Mountain Ridge next Tuesday, a game that you'll be able to see right here on KSLSports.com. While Westlake drops their first one of the season, 2-1 now on the year. They will host Granger on Tuesday. For Josh Dodge and Parker on the scoreboard, I'm Trevor Allen. We'll go and step aside, take a little bit of a break, let the boys warm up. We've got boys basketball coming up next, Lone Peak and Springville. Game you'll be able to see right here on KSLSports.com and the Rewind Sports Network.